located at the Flint Farmers Market. I've been in business almost 15 years now. It doesn't seem that long, and I make all types of jewelry. I sell all types of gemstones, specimens, and whatnot. So if you get a chance, come check me out at the Flint Farmers
I was
Market.
there yesterday, but you weren't.
Okay.
Right when I walked by.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I gave you all like a little handout, and it just has like a little outline. But on this outline, I give the 7 principles of the universe. It's the 7 principles that all things in the universe. This is not my work. This is found in a book called The Kybalion. Kybalion. And you can get that for free online. It's a book that's public domain. I want to say it came out in the 1800s. But basically the book is just explains the 7 principles of the universe, or they call them the 7 hermetic principles, which comes from a book called the Hermetica, an old ancient book. But in explaining these 7 principles govern everything in the universe. And you'll see like 7 is a reoccurring number in mythology and religion. You have 7 days of the week, it's 7 musical notes, it's 7 basic colors, and they all correspond to these 7 principles. And in explaining this, I'm gonna explain how the gemstones work, but the whole full science of it. Okay. Well, let me get started because this is a lot. Anywhere in here, if y'all have a question or anything, or just, want clarification or some more explanation, feel free to raise your hand or just interrupt. I don't mind at all. Okay. The first principle is mentalism. Mentalism. All is the mind. The principle of mentalism holds that everything is mental and all things spring forth from the mind. The principle corresponds to your crown chakra. The pituitary gland, the color purple stones generally help with anything dealing with the head. They help connect you to the divine mind, bringing knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. This is really the only principle that exists. It's all is the mind. All is the mind of God. Or everything is mental. The universe is mental. Does anybody have any questions about that in particular thing? Okay. I don't know if y'all familiar with your chakras.
What do you mean by that?
Mean by
Universe is mental.
it's not a physical thing. It's a mental thing. It's just the mind of God. All of this is just a thought. Even just in regular science, they'll say energy follows thought. Energy is thought. That's an even better way to say it. Energy is the mind. But are y'all familiar with your chakras? Okay, what your crown chakra corresponds to this principle, the principle of mentalism. Okay. So any purple stones are good for anything. It doesn't matter what the purple stone is. It's good for anything with the head, sinuses, headaches, clear thinking, trouble sleeping, creativity. Creativity is in the mind. Okay, let me go to the next one. Any questions about the principle of mentalism? Okay. The second principle is called correspondence. I'm pretty sure you all heard this saying, as above, so below, as below, so above, as within, so without, as without, so within. The principle of correspondence holds that correspondence always exists between various planes of existence, among various laws, principalities, and among things in general. The principle corresponds to the third eye, or the brow chakra, or the pineal gland. The sense of intuition and the color dark blue. Dark blue stones generally bring insight, wisdom, psychic abilities of all nature, and inner vision. Okay, all things correspond. That's even why I'm giving you this, so you can understand how things correspond. Like, just in nature, if you know how to look at a thing, it tells you a story. It has a corresponding, a correspondence with your body. Like, for instance, like we were talking about amethyst. Amethyst corresponds to your crown chakra. Amethyst will also correspond to lavender. Any purple flowers, violet, anything that's purple in general. It's a music note that would correspond. I just don't want to say the wrong thing off the top of my head. Any questions about this? It's kind of straightforward, but it's a lot to it as well. But all things correspond. Okay, the third principle is called vibration. Everything vibrates. The principle of vibration holds that all things vibrate and everything is in constant movement. This principle corresponds to your throat chakra, the thyroid gland, the element of air, the color blue, and deals with the sense of sound. Blue stones in general help with communication, creativity, and discernment. But yeah, go ahead.
I'm just wondering, like, visually, what's the difference in the stones between the dark blue and the blue?
Yeah, well, the dark blue, like there's light blue stones. Okay. Like this is blue lace agate, which is a light blue stone. Okay. But then there's also like real dark, almost so like purple color, like an indigo. Dark blue here. Yeah, like lapis lazuli, yeah. Or sodalite, some of the darker blue color. Or you might get like a blue sapphire or be a real deep saturated
so
dark blue.
So the light blue might be like the
yeah, like aquamarines, turquoise, that type of,
Okay, yeah.
But it's not so just cut and dry like that either. They were kind of deep, yeah. And all the stones kind of vary in their appearance. Even the colors of stones you get from the different minerals that's in them. So, like for instance, like you get red from iron. Anything that has like red color and it usually has a lot of iron in the stone. That type of thing. Any black stones have a lot of carbon. And that usually makes the color black in nature. It's carbon. Just like I was saying, if you know correspondence, you can kind of tell what everything does just by looking at it. No matter what, if it's a fruit, a vegetable, a plant, an animal. But everything vibrates. This corresponds to your throat. Even talking, you have to vibrate. And any blue stone is usually always good for like your thyroid gland. All these principles correspond to a gland in your body, or different glands. And these glands secrete different chemicals. Okay, the fourth principle is called polarity. Everything is dual. The principle of polarity holds that opposites are one and the same, just varying in degree. The principle corresponds to your heart chakra, the thymus gland, the element of air, the sense of touch, and the color green. Green, as well as pink stones, generally deal with love, compassion, beauty, and all forms of healing. Yeah, opposites are one and the same. Have you ever heard if a person goes from one extreme to the other extreme, they haven't went anywhere? That's explaining this. Yeah. Well, opposites are one and the same. Okay. Just like you have hot and you have cold, but there's only temperature. Or it's two sides to every story, but the truth is in the middle. So all of these different sayings are referring to this principle called polarity. Just like you say good and bad, there is no good and bad, it's just behavior. If that makes sense. Any questions about any of this? Okay. But this corresponds to your heart chakra. It's where the poles meet. You even get the symbol of a cross. Where the polar opposites meet in the middle, or they say X marks the spot. It represents your heart or your heart chakra. Okay, number 5. Let me get y'all a little right up. How y'all doing today? Mhm. Okay, number 5 is rhythm. Everything flows out, everything flows out and in. The principle of rhythm holds that everything ebbs and flows. A swing to the left is accompanied by an equal swing to the right. The principle corresponds to your navel chakra, the adrenal glands, the element of fire, the sense of sight, and the color yellow. Yellow stones generally bring prosperity, personal power, confidence, and a sense of authority. They also call your navel chakra, they call it the lower heaven. It's how you manifest and whatnot. So any like citrine, any gold color stones are real good. Oh, for manifest. Huh? Oh, 2 more? Mm-hmm. How y'all doing? If y'all have any questions while I'm going through this, please feel free to interrupt and just ask your question. Okay, any questions about rhythm?
Just real quick, besides citrine, what are some other yellow stones?
Yellow stones, this is not the most yellow stone, but this is a topaz, a rough piece of topaz. These can be yellow, they call them imperial topaz. It's yellow calcite, it's a ton of yellow stones. Citrine,
Libyan.
yeah, Libyan desert glass. Like I was telling you about the moldavite, is like a green tektite. It's a golden color tektite called Libyan desert glass. That was a stone I thought I was bringing that I forgot. That's also one of my favorites. But any of those are real good for like prosperity, wealth, anything dealing with what they call the lower head. Okay, number 6 is a cause and effect. Everybody should have heard this before. Every cause has its effect, and every effect has its cause. The principle of cause and effect holds that every action has a reaction. This principle corresponds to the sacral chakra, the spleen, the reproductive glands, the element of water, the sense of taste, and the color orange. Orange stones generally bring and deal with life force, energy, sexuality, emotions, and abundance. And like one of the most famous orange stones is carnelian.
Are there any other orange stones?
Yeah, there's tons of orange stones. It's orange calcite. It's a ton of them.
Orange kyanite.
Yeah, it's orange kyanite. It's a lot of different orange stones. Trying to see. Like this is it's not really orange. This is orange yellow. But see, all of these are just different carnelian. All these orange stones that I have up here. This tangerine color stone. These are called Lemurian seed crystals. They kind of have like an orange hint to them. Huh?
Go back and look. See?
Yeah. Okay. And the next one is called gender. Everything has its masculine. Yeah, these are the Lemurian. See, they even make, these are called singing crystals. They sound like wind chimes, like when you clank them together. Most quartz doesn't do that. So these have like a special function to them. Okay, number 7 is called gender. Everything has its masculine and feminine principles. The principle of gender holds that all things are dual in nature, being masculine or feminine, giving out or drawing in. This principle corresponds to your root chakra, the reproductive glands, the element of earth, the sense of smell, and the color red. Red stones are generally good for grounding, stability, overall vitality, protection, and survival instincts. So anything with like iron, would be a red stone, red jaspers, it's red calcite.
Do you have any of the rocks by any chance?
Any who?
Do you have any of the rocks that you just named by any chance?
Not all of them down here. It's just so many. I just brought just a little bit of stuff. I also have a storefront at the Flint Farmers Market. I have a lot of these stones down there as well. So. Does anybody have any questions about gender? Okay. That's like when you see anything in nature, it's either masculine or feminine. So, just keep that in mind. Yeah, I just wanted to go over those 7 principles because they literally govern everything in the universe. And it's how these stones actually work and correspond with different parts of your body and different aspects of your mind and And I also have another little write-up, which is called the Wonderful World of Quartz Crystals. Like all of these are quartz crystals. These are quartz. Like it's pieces of quartz that look like these, where they can be like clusters. This one is from India. This is a clear quartz. Quartz is probably the most important stone. Quartz is the most abundant gemstone on the earth. And also, a lot of people use the word like crystal. A crystal is anything with an organized molecular structure. So a tree is a crystal. Your body is a crystal. A snowflake is a crystal. Blades of grass are crystals. So anything with an organized molecular structure is a crystal. So keep that in mind. Your body is a crystal. You are a crystal. The shape and formation of crystal is based on the organization of its molecules. Quartz is a combination of silica and oxygen. Silica is the most abundant element on the earth, about 32% of the earth's crust. So the earth that you even sit on is a big crystal ball. Yeah. Quartz has so many just different properties as well. It's full of energy potential. They can generate, amplify, transmit, conduct, and broadcast light. All of your electronics and just about all of your modern technology has quartz crystal or silica in it. They process them, they make silicon chips. Quartz is programmable. It can hold memory or it can hold a program. They speak in binary code. That's why they use them in computers. It's based on like binary code and just coding in general. Well, have you ever seen the Matrix and they were just seeing 1s, 2s, and 3s on the screen? It's all code, like what they call binary code. Quartz is an insulator of energy. They speak in binary code, hold memory, and are programmable. Quartz is crystallized light, has divine intelligence, and corresponds to the whole chakra system. That's why I was saying it's a jack of all trades. It can be quartz can do anything that you want it to do. Quartz is to the earth what blood is to the human body, what chlorophyll is to a plant. I already said this, but all modern technology is based off of quartz crystals. Quartz comes in a wide variety of formation and comes from various places. Quartz is often intermingled with aggregates of various elements, resulting in stones such as agates, jaspers, chalcedony, amethyst, smoky quartz, citrine, rose quartz, aventurine, granite, marble, and many others. So, any questions about any of that right there?
So this is saying that quartz is mixed with different elements?
Well, quartz is just silica and oxygen. But you get other stones that are like quartz-based stones. So I was showing you carnelian is a type of what they call agate.
Okay.
Agate is short for aggregate. It's hundreds and hundreds of different agates. They come in different colors, different formation, see, like this is blue lace agate, it could be all different colors.
Okay.
It's just other elements mixed in with the quartz give it different colors, different
And-
patterns.
Okay, and then
And
it
different
becomes something
properties.
else.
Yeah.
Different name, basically.
Like there are hundreds of different jaspers, literally. But jasper is quartz. The only difference between jasper and an agate is one is translucent and the other is opaque, where you can't see through it.
Okay.
But they're all quartz-based stones. Like this is they call this zebra jasper, but this is quartz. Like you can even see like the banding of the quartz and stuff. Y'all can pass it around.
Okay.
That just like going through the stone.
Yeah.
So anytime you have like granite and marble, what's holding all of the different stones together is quartz. So all of that is quartz.
Quartz is a big deal.
Yeah, just like I said, quartz is programmable. Like you could go to any bank. I know in America, all banks, it's a standard thing that they have marble, limestone, granite. Any Fortune 500 company, the tops of the skyscrapers are all granite, marble, different quartz-based stones. You can turn these buildings into big antennas.
There are a lot of those in Detroit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, even where you see a lot of copper and just different stuff. All of those buildings are like little antennas. Even how they would build like old medieval churches and stuff like that with the church steeples. And they would have stones and different things on the top of them. Or have a bell in a certain place, or you know what I'm saying? All of this is dealing with vibration and all these different principles. That's why I gave them, just so you know. Okay. But any more, yeah.
So let's say jasper as
Yeah.
an example. So you've got jasper and then you have all the different colors of jasper.